You know, one of the things that drives me absolutely crazy is that organized labor in this state, Jesse, ran out and not only said that they would back Joe Manchin, but said they wanted him just to appoint himself, you know, as if it was some sort of coronation. You have a long and proud history of supporting organized labor, don't you?
I do. I started to say no one could be more disappointed than myself, and I have to say anyone who is tuned in to PBS tonight and the West Virginia Public Radio, please check out and listen to Living on Earth. There's a special on Living on Earth that actually features some of the work that I have done in fighting mountaintop removal, and in particular the one mountain that I believe is the clarion call for us to save is Blair, which should be, and I have spoken in more than 16 states talking about the need for us to preserve Blair Mountain as a not only a national battlefield, but also as
a national monument, really, isn't it?
Absolutely, and a labor history museum, national or international labor history museum. It's the site of the second largest insurrection in the history of the United States of America, next to the Civil War, where for the first time people were aerially bombed. It was the largest troop
by their own government.
By our own government, with weapons of mass destruction. Mustard and sarin gas from World War I were dropped on those miners out, on their march toward Blair. And there are more than 1 million rounds fired on Blair Mountain. You can go up there with a metal detector, and there's hits everywhere.
The thing just goes wild, doesn't it?
It goes crazy. And, but that mountain is set for destruction, to be absolutely obliterated and removed. And that's revision.
And the UMWA is as quiet as the grave on it, aren't they?
Well,
not quite as quiet as the grave, but not as loud as they should be.
Well, that's the thing. The leadership of labor in this country disappoints me. The leadership on the local level inspires me. The rank and file inspires me. But the leadership disappoints me in the sense that, I earned my trade cards, and here when I got nominated for governor in 2004, I actually was naive enough to think that I was going to get the support of the unions. And lo and behold, they line up with Joe Manchin, who had spent his career in the House and in the Senate and always advocating for right to work and literally, wanting unions to disappear in the state of West Virginia, which they've been dwindling on a constant rate along with, real coal miners and coal mining in general. The labor, we have labor to thank for the fact that our children are working, and they're actually getting to go to school. We have labor to thank for an 8-hour workday. We have labor to thank for weekends. We have labor to thank for so much of the benefits of the 20th
for the middle class
United States. And the turning point was right here in West Virginia with Blair Mountain.
And yet they can't see it. It astonishes me, truly it does, Jesse.